In this presentation, I'm going to show you the simple steps your child can take to represent England or any other country in future international chess championships. But first of all, let's talk about some things which are very important to whether or not your chess is right for your kid. Is it true that only really intelligent kids play chess? Well, my experience is that chess tends to attract the intelligent kids and makes the intelligent kids even more smart. So, yes, in my view, playing chess does help you make you smarter, no matter who you are. I speak from experience, as you're about to see. So who's this presentation for? It's primarily for parents who live in England. It's for people who want to develop the mental acuity of their children. Or maybe you just want your child to have a very good hobby. And there is arguably no better hobbies than chess. I also speak from experience, which you're about to see. What you will learn in this presentation, you're going to learn 3 special secrets from me, who is a renowned England international junior team coach. Secret 1, the #1 mental challenge every junior chess player faces at some point and how to overcome this challenge. Secret 2, why ELO ratings doesn't matter as much as you think it does. I'll also show you a better way to monitor your chess progress and also the best attitude to have to learning chess. Secret 3, what it means to represent England and how you can do so in upcoming international chess tournaments. So who am I sitting here telling you that I have the credentials to tell you how you should be coaching your kids? Okay, so my name is FIDE Master Charlie Storey. I am an experienced England international junior team coach, having served for 5 years, taking the England team all over the world. I'm an official FIDE master, I'm an official FIDE trainer. And one thing I am that makes me stand out from other chess coaches is that I'm a fully qualified school teacher. Only 2 chess masters in the UK are fully qualified school teachers. I've also coached multiple national junior champions. So you are getting it from the horse's mouth, exactly what it takes to be able to represent England and become a really strong chess junior. And it's important to get it from the horse's mouth because there's so much information out there now. You really need to streamline what you're learning and get it from the horse's mouth. And I am the horse's mouth. Let's continue. Before I go into it, a quick story on how I became one of the best chess coaches in England. So I have been playing chess since I learned as a youngster, but I only got passionate about chess at the age of 14. And my story is quite incredible. No pun on the word story meant. Obviously I'm called Charlie Storey, but the story I'm about to tell you should inspire you a lot. So my name is Charlie Storey. 35 years ago, at the age of 14, I was made homeless. Perhaps destitute is overstating it a little bit, but here's what happened. My parents divorced at a very early age, and eventually my mother won custody of me. And unfortunately, my mother, she was also raising 3 other children, and we were on what was called welfare, which is a small amount given from the government to be able to look after us. And that, for me, unfortunately, meant a lot of hardship, financial hardship. And that made it very tough, relatively, for me to be able to get into education, really. Certainly many other people in my immediate group of where I was living, they tended to have some difficult issues. Fortunately, I always stayed on the right side of the law. And as a result, at the age of 14, I discovered chess as a way to escape from the very difficult reality of the poverty and extreme social disadvantage I was in. I didn't realise it at the time, but since I've trained and become a chess teacher, educated at one of the best universities in the world, King's College London, where I finished top of the class, I've since realised that I had a lot of social disadvantage as a youngster. But chess, when I discovered it at 14, made life not just bearable for me, but it was actually quite enjoyable. So although, yes, it was an extremely difficult time for me at the age of 14, living in a homeless shelter, chess, it really became a passion, and actually life was actually quite enjoyable for me, even though I was suffering from quite a lot of social disadvantage. So I got a real passion for it, and I started playing. I started doing a little bit of study, and I started playing in tournaments. When I started playing these tournaments, it became obvious that I was struggling in a lot of these chess tournaments. I couldn't keep up with the level of concentration needed to play persistently well. Fast forward a few years, I'm now a chess master with what's called 2 international master norms, and I'm winner of over 170 open tournaments, mainly in the UK. And that is phenomenal because I was also a semi-professional footballer, which consumed a lot of my time as well. So I have a general ratio of, for every 2 open tournaments I enter, I win 1. So that is a fantastic ratio for somebody who started at the age of 14. However, it wasn't always like that, and in the early days, it just wasn't working for me. The advice that I was seeing, books that were around, there was no internet back in those days, and I had to come up with a way to try and become a better player. So the regular advice wasn't working. I just needed to get some help from somewhere. And I actually came up with my own systems for playing and studying and the principles within chess. And now these have now been fully formed into what's called the Superhuman Chess Engine. So the Superhuman Chess Engine is an algorithmic way of thinking about chess positions. I also implement a color coding system within it. And on top of that, I developed my own opening systems. And the opening system, which has been quite a phenomenon, is something called the Sniper, hence Storey Sniper. So the Sniper is a chess opening system where you play a preset sequence of moves, and you can play this preset sequence of 3 moves against almost anything. And it helps to build up good pattern recognition for difficult middle game situations. And I invented this Sniper opening system in 2011. Now eventually, the world's most famous chess video presentation company, Chessbase, they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a video on my creation, the Sniper. Well, of course, I jumped at the chance, and they flew me to Hamburg. So I went over to Hamburg, I recorded over 5 days, and I created what's called the Sniper opening, which is the one on the right there. And that's me there, Charlie Storey, on the cover. So it actually, and then it sold extremely well. And then a couple of years later, they asked me to come in and do the white Sniper, which is very similar. The Sniper is the black opening, and the white Sniper is the white opening. But again, it just meant I was building up familiarity of middle game patterns and structures. And because chess is so vast, there is literally hundreds of millions of possibilities. Having a regular structure helped me to be able to acclimatize to the middle games far better than what my opponents were. And this had the result of me not just becoming a chess master, but also becoming a very successful winner of open chess tournaments. And that was extremely amazing. So from my humble beginnings, I eventually became not just the England international team coach. I have these video presentations with Chessbase, and not just with Chessbase. One of the other famous internet places where the strongest chess players in the world play is something called the Internet Chess Club. And they also recruited me to do courses for them. They were impressed that I was a school teacher, that I was the England international team coach. And I've created many courses based on my systems of learning chess. and they've done extremely well and they've sold well. And they have allowed me to have, at the moment, quite a nice, lovely life in Malta, where I commute between England and Malta and have a nice lifestyle. And they still sell really, really well, and I even get royalties off them, would you believe? Now, it doesn't stop there. I'm a very hard worker. Obviously, I've tasted what it's like to not have a lot of resources as a youngster and as a young man. And I've now created so many different initiatives to help promote chess worldwide and websites. I'll just talk through a few of them here. So I have an academy called the Queen's Gambit Academy, which is a girls' academy where we focus on helping girls and they play and get trained by not just myself, who, dare I say it, am a world-class trainer. We also have arguably the greatest world-class trainer, Grandmaster Adrian Mihail Chaichisin, who also trained me, and he's been head of the world governing body of chess training for many years. Only recently has he stopped, and now he's still the honorary guy. But he's agreed to help with the initiatives behind queensgambitacademy.com. I also run something called maltachess.com, which is somewhere where you can come and have some international chess experience. I also run something called World Chess Junior Squads, which is an academy of academies where all sorts of different academies can come together and bring their academy within ours. And I also have a number of products which people can buy at really cheap prices called Master Chess TV and Chess Master Training. But that is not what this is about. The reason I'm telling you this is, what does this story have to do with you as a chess parent? Now, one of the things you might have heard of is it takes 10,000 hours to be a chess master. And that is a general piece of advice. So let's call a chess master a FIDE master, of which I am. And if you work 10,000 hours, that means you're going to be a chess master. No, it does not. There is many players, they have spent far more than 10,000 hours on trying to become a chess master, and they're nowhere near doing it. Now, why is that? Now, there's a variety of reasons, but the main one is they don't have the correct method for learning chess. They don't have the correct attitude to the time and contact time they have with chess. You also need to work and study smart. If you work and study smart and you've got good mentorship off a seasoned expert, then you have a much, much better chance of becoming a chess master within your 10,000 hours, or even less. Maybe if you are super gifted at chess, maybe you can do it in 6,000 or 7,000 hours. But the important thing is to enjoy the journey all the time. You cannot be good at chess unless you love it and you're enjoying it in the main. Of course, nobody enjoys it when they get beat, or rarely. But my philosophy is you should always learn from your defeats and enjoy learning from your defeats. You always play your best, of course. Okay, so to become really good at chess, you need a system that creates predictable results with master mentorship. That is my strong view. You need master mentorship. Ideally, of an educator. I am an educator. I'm also a chess master. That means you are getting not just chess training, you're getting somebody that has studied pedagogical issues. A lot of chess trainers don't even know what that means. So it's important that you get it from the horse's mouth. You get an expert involved with your child's chess education. It's essential. Okay, so I've helped hundreds of junior students, and many are actually now chess masters or junior national chess champions. I can help your kids reach their potential with expert mentorship. And we can also help in many other different ways, as you're about to see through this presentation. So what are the secrets? So there's 3 secrets. Secret number 1. The number 1 mental challenge every junior chess player faces at some point in how to overcome this challenge. So what is this mental challenge that juniors face, and how do they overcome it? Okay, so one of the hardest things to do in chess is actually to learn how to study chess. And this is why you should have contact with an educator. An educator will show a student how to enjoy learning. They will use enjoyable techniques to help them to learn. And just like in computer science, of which I'm a qualified teacher, you have to have the kid enthused. If the kid is not enthused, they will not enjoy learning and they'll just end up playing speed chess all of the time online. And they will improve at a tiny rate, but not at the same rate that the other students who are doing the correct things will study at. So the number one mental challenge every junior chess player faces is how to study correctly. And actually, you should be learning this at a very young age, even at the age of 7. The earlier you come into contact with correct training pedagogy, the better chance you have of becoming a chess master in the long term. In fact, the only chance. Okay, so I have created chess masters, or certainly contributed to it very deeply. One such student was a student called James. I helped him to become a FIDE master. In fact, from the age of 9 through till 12, he was actually rated over 2200 on the FIDE rating scale within 3 years. And that was because I used a lot of my chess wisdom of being a teacher for over 30 years. And that seemed to accelerate his learning very quickly. And I used a blend of lots of different types of learning to help him to achieve that. I also have students, for example, one of my students, a former student, Max Turner, he's recently won the UK under 18 Terra final, which was quite impressive. And I have other former students who have won open tournaments before the age of 17, would you believe? So my students don't just become FIDE masters, they don't just become winners of opens, they also become national junior champions. But most importantly, they have a love of chess, which I help to foster. Okay. So what's secret 2? As a parent, you might have heard of something called ELO ratings, and you're probably obsessed with them. And that is bad. Bad. I'll repeat that. Being obsessed with ELO ratings is bad. It may open a doorway for you, but it is not the correct way to become good at chess. You must love chess, and loving it is not about the size of your ELO. In fact, we could replace ELO rating with ego rating. Change that L to a G. And it's not good for your chess. What you need to do is, after each chess session that you have, you should be able to clearly tell your mum or dad what it is you have learned from the chess session. And any excellent coach will ensure this happens. If they haven't done this, then your coach is not excellent. He is a coach that is charging you money, probably pointlessly. So that is a far better measurement to gauge your child's progress rather than watching an ELO rating try and jump up and down on a chess server. So that's secret 2. So one of my students, he's called Dylan, and I've only been coaching him for 18 months, and he's already one of the top chess juniors in 14 months. And when I say I've only been coaching for 18 months, he's only been playing chess for 18 months. And that is incredible, because many other students start at the age of 5, 6 or 7. So he started around about the age of 12, he's now 14, and he's already one of the best in the country, which is actually probably, from my own teaching perspective, that's probably more successful than all of the 5 to 10 national junior champions and masters I've helped create. The point is, my methods work, and they work very fast, provided the students do the home learning that I also give them, and we have complete home learning packages for that. So what's secret 3? What it means to represent England or whichever country you live in and play and represent your country at junior chess level. And how can you do that in upcoming tournaments? Well, first of all, it is not easy. Chess kids are smart. They're all smart. Your kid is probably smart. The problem is some of them may have a head start on you already. And you're probably wanting to get into chess now. You've realised how good it is for your kid. And it would be nice to represent England. let's face it, would be fantastic. However, it is difficult to do so because the kids are already in position who are already good, and they will probably be selected in front of you, unfortunately. And that is a tough thing. So your kids are going to have to really accelerate to get past them because they're already ahead of you in the race. So what can you do to fix that? Well, I'm about to show you a photograph of some kids which did recently represent England just before COVID, when I was the England International Junior Team coach. And 3 of them in the photograph are also my one-to-one Skype students. I've also had 20 other students who have represented England and even Malta at some point. So here's the photograph, and it's a lovely photograph. That's the England International Junior Team on their adventures in Mamaia, Romania. And you can see the range in ages from being very young up to teenagers. And there's different categories for all of them to play in. And that is a wonderful experience for the kids. Not just an experience, it then goes on their chess CV. And sometimes that helps to open up some useful doors in education. I'll not point out who the students are of mine, but there is 3 in there. Wonderful students that they are. Okay, so to play for your country is the ultimate achievement for kids at chess. That's my view. It's probably your view, even if you don't admit it. It's difficult to achieve, and chess is becoming more and more popular. It's becoming more and more popular because of this Netflix show, Queen's Gambit. Now, chess has always been a fantastic game, and in some ways, the popularity of it is tapping into the idea that people actually think chess is cool now. Certainly when I was a kid, I was the captain of the football team, which was nice, and that meant I was cool. But when I was a chess player, that meant I was what they would call a geek. I was quite happy being called a cool geek or anything like that. I was quite happy. Anyway, to play for your country is a problem now because there's only a limited number of spaces. I, however, have the solution for you, provided your sons or daughters are prepared to work hard on their chess. So as well as being a chess coach, a very successful chess coach, I run international junior chess tournaments and training events in Malta. Now, Malta is a perfect holiday and stepping stone for international experience for kids. It is a wonderful place to come for a holiday. So what would happen is we have a beautiful location, typically in a 5-star hotel. Kids come and get trained and have lovely chess experience from 10 AM till 4 PM while the parents are out having a holiday. Or they can sit in with them if they want as well. And we also put on a nice little package deal if you want to stay at the 5-star hotel. So you get it cheaper than you normally would if you just tell them that you're with the chess. So what this does is it allows your kids to come and get some international chess experience. And if your kids are working hard and they want to play for England, you will find that they're disappointed when they see all of their friends getting selected in front of them. An issue I also had when I was living in a homeless shelter, when the local team went to Russia and there was just no way I could afford it. Very painful experience. However, it's quite cheap to come to Malta, and you'll also be getting great training for your kids and great childcare for your kids whilst you have a holiday. So that is another little feature that I will be offering once you start integrating with my chess training. So do you really need coaching to be good at chess? Yes, you do. Now, I became a chess master, but it took quite a much longer period of time because I just didn't have the financial resources. You need money for books, you need money for coaching, you need money for videos, you need money to go to tournaments. It is expensive. You might think it's cheap. It's not cheap if you want to be really good at chess. It will take a big portion of your budget, but your kids will love it. And if you go to them to the chess tournaments, you will love it as well as a parent. So that's why I created what you're watching here, the Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass. So yes, I've created a complete program so that's accessible for most people that are prepared to invest in their kids' chess education. So the Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass for kids. So I'm just going to give you a little presentation of why it is I'm going to be giving you such excellent value. So I'm one of the most successful coaches. I normally charge £50 to £100 per hour for my chess services. And you might think, wow, that's a lot. But when you realise I've spent about 20 to 30,000 hours becoming one of the world's best chess trainers, you might reevaluate that. However, I know that's not affordable for a lot of people. It is for some, it isn't for others, and I am no stranger to economic hardship. So let's see if I can put that right for you. So 2 hours of group coaching every week for 5 weeks is valued at £200. 1 hour one-to-one coaching over 5 weeks, valued approximately £250. So if you come on board with us, we give you bonuses. So the bonus is play the Queen Pawn like a master, which is a bunch of videos valued at £400. You play the King Pawn like a master, a bunch of videos valued at £400. Play the flank openers like a master, valued at £300. And play the Queen's Gambit like a master, valued at £100. So the total value of that would be $1,650, but you're not going to be charged that, of course. I'm going to be taking a huge chunk off all of this at the end. So what else do you get? You also get access to my training academy. Now, I have set up a number of international chess training academies using state-of-the-art technology where your kids will get access to and play and be able to play other kids and play kids within the academy and use the clever training tools in there, such as BlindBot and other features of the academy. And it also enables you, if you're in the academy, to take discounted lessons in group format or discounts from our world-class trainers. So currently that's a lot of value. You think, wow, that is too much money. That's £1,850 worth of value. How much is he going to knock off? So is it even worth it having your kids get mentorship training of an established coach? Or can they just go and do it themselves? Yes, they can do it themselves, but they will progress at a much slower rate. Yes, a much slower rate, whereas my students will be going at a much faster rate, even if your kid is smarter. So, a quick summary. So, the Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass for kids. There is all of the value, £1,850. How much am I going to be giving it to you for? That's what you're probably thinking now. That's what I'd be thinking. Okay, so what we got? 2 hours of group coaching every week for 5 weeks. So that's a 5-week course. 1 hour one-to-one coaching every week from me for 5 weeks. Play the Queen Pawn like a master. Videos and training repository. Play the King Pawn like a master. Again, all of that value, and access to our training academy for a year. £1,850. How much is he going to give us this for? Will you just tell us? Yes, I will on the next slide. So, why am I giving away the value so much? You're probably asking. Why have I brought it down from $499 from what is normal value of $1,850? Well, there is a number of reasons. The first one is I am setting up a chess cafe bar in Malta, and I want it to be an extreme success. And we're going to be running most of our admin work from there for this academy, and I'll also be coaching there. So what I want to do is to establish a very affordable program and plan to get your kids up to a certain level so that they can eventually be good enough to come and play in our Maltese chess tournaments. And I know with my guidance and your child putting some hard work in that they will get up to a very high level. By higher level, I mean on the fringes or good enough to play for England. That has been proven time after time with all of my students who have been able to afford my coaching fees. But this way, it's a bit more affordable. I've started doing group coaching, which brings it down. And if your kids work hard enough with their home learning assignments that they're given, they should be able to get to either that fringe level or getting to the area where they're getting selected for England. But even if they fall short, and this is the problem, as a painful experience I had when I was not invited to Russia as a child because I just couldn't afford it, The events we have in Malta are very affordable holidays. You will actually find when you go with your national federations that it probably costs quite a lot. There is a tendency for them to normally put a bit of a markup on because you're representing England, which in my view was a little bit strange. Anyway, so if you want, click that button now, register for my 5-week masterclass, get integrated into our coaching, get access to all of the materials, and we'll see if your kid has really got the dedication to be able to represent England. And you'll be getting perfect mentorship and guidance and one-to-one training and group training from me or Adrian or possibly our other coaches. But in the main, it's going to be from me. Okay, so quick recap. So my name is Charlie Storey. I had a difficult time as a youngster when I was integrated into chess. I've suffered from lots of economic issues. I then trained at university. I got a degree in computer forensics. I then trained as a chess teacher, as a proper teacher at the King's College London. I now run this masterclass program, and I also run international academies. I run things in Malta. I am a very famous chess master, and I want you to be able to come and join me. Now, this promotion is going to probably run for a month. The problem is, as you'll see on this slide, I can't work with everyone. There is limits to my superhuman chess engine abilities, and I'm limiting this offer to the first 100 students. So if you, and we're targeting the UK, if you live in the UK and you think your child is good enough to represent England, but you acknowledge that it might be difficult for them to get in, and you fancy your child to come to a nice holiday in Malta at some point, where they will also get chess training, then you should do it. Now, you probably want to click on this link straight away, because I've only got 100 places. And if you want to be taken under my wing, and you can probably hear that I'm an excellent communicator. I use all state-of-the-art tools. I use not just our academy tools, I also use chess-based screen share via Skype tools, and I just know how to deliver and ensure lessons are fun and the kids can explain to you what they've learned. I've been doing it for many years, and all with proven results. So if you want to join the Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass and be taken under my wing and get all of that mentorship that goes with that, then you need to click that button very fast. So if there is an issue with it, if I've taken on too many students, we will be pulling this away. So it should be available today if you're seeing this presentation through Facebook. So that is me completing my presentation to you. It's taken about a half an hour. I hope you found it informative. I hope you click on the Join the Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass button, and I hope it's the start of a long journey of us together, where I help your kid and you to some extent navigate your way through the chess world and give your child some international chess experience. Okay, so I'm going to go now, and I shall look forward to you joining our Storey Sniper Chess Coaching Masterclass. Thank you. Bye-bye.